Before we go any further, this is the original video in its entirety.
Hi, my name is Mary Kay, and I am a former agnostic. I'm a born-again Christian, and I want to talk to you today about being an atheist. I don't believe there is such a thing as being an atheist, and I'll tell you why. An atheist says there is no God. Well, let's look at that logically. If one is to say there is no God, that would mean that you would have to know all there is to know in the universe. That would mean that you would need to have gone to the height and depth and breadth of the universe looking for God. You didn't find him, and now you can say there is no God. But until the day that you can do that, you can't say there is no God. And if you can do that, you would be God. Please leave comments. I'm anxious to hear what you have to say, and I will reply to every letter. And I am more than happy to have fiery conversations, because sometimes our worldview needs to be tested by fire, and fire refines.
As an atheist, I do not claim to know everything in the universe, nor do I claim to say with absolute certainty that there is no God. What I say as an atheist is, based on the lack of physical evidence, I have no reason to believe that one exists. Merely claiming that there is a God does not prove that one exists, nor does reliance on hearsay or second or third hand sources. Only the physical manifestation of such a deity would make me believe that a God exists. This is the complete antithesis of faith. If I operated solely on faith, then I would have a plethora of imaginary beings to believe in. This includes Buddy Jesus, Santa Claus, Superman, and the Flying Spaghetti Monster. At the end of the day, the onus is on those that claim that something exists to prove that it exists. If you believe the opposite, then shouldn't you start believing in Santa Claus? Also, the first two sentences in the definition of atheist listed under your video states, quote, "A person who disbelieves or lacks belief in the existence of God or gods. A disbelief in the existence of deity." Close quote. The third statement falls under a much more hardline stance against deism and theism. The majority of atheists I have encountered, to include myself, fall under the first two sentences I've quoted. I am willing to consider any real and testable evidence that someone might have for the existence of a God. If there is enough evidence that stands to scrutiny, then I would be fine with at least acknowledging the existence of whichever deity it is. Until such evidence is presented, then it makes no sense to me to pretend that a God exists. You will notice at the end of my video there's a graphic flag, courtesy of Mr Greycoat, that says, "There is no God, start believing in humanity." This graphic represents my opinion that my time is better used trying to work towards the betterment of humanity instead of waiting for something that I have no reason to believe in. I emphasize again, if you have scientifically verifiable evidence that can stand up to scrutiny, then I will gladly accept the validity of a deity. But until such evidence is brought forward, I consider the prospect of waiting for a God to be equal to waiting for the second coming of Elvis Presley. Thank you for watching.